Hi all, Aid from whichbike.com here at Premier Bikes in Didcot near Oxford, which is west of London for those of you who don't know the UK very well. They've recently acquired a Triumph dealership, so they've got a huge array of motorcycles to look at, huge amount inside, and a big array of second-hand bikes as well. Space for parking, and they've got a new cafe coming online very shortly, so this should be a mecca for motorcyclists. Now here we are, I'm taking out this utterly fantastic looking bike. It's only a 790, I say only, because it does strike you as surprising. It looks like a big 1100. A 790 Adventure R, looks fantastic. Spoked wheels, the livery I think, the black, red and white, is spot on. Seems to look a lot svelter, hasn't got the kind of girth of the big boy adventure bikes here. And this one-piece suit, Enduro style, especially with that front bit there, just gives it another kind of menacing angle. Obviously this bike can go off-road. Okay, here we go, wishy-washy woogie. My glasses on, side stand is up. Well, okay, it's not as big as some of the other KTM models, but it's still very clear. It's a beautiful clear, dark on white, which is my preference, I have to say. You've got the trips, date, time, battery, temperature, good speedo, gear indicator, and the warning lights all around. Now, first impressions. Whoa, it's a tall bike. I can barely get my toes down on each side at the same time. I have to squeeze my thighs in. So this is one of those bikes that is tall, not suitable for short people. I've got a 30-inch each side leg. I'm 5'10", average medium build. So when you come to a stop, you've got to remember, rather than waddling your legs around in desperation, make sure you kind of come to the stop, put your bum cheek to the left, and then put your foot down. Otherwise you're going to come a cropper, because by the time you put your foot down it's going to go woohee. But once you've got that, and once you're used to it, it's fine. I've been on tall bikes before. In fact, I've got one, no great problems. So let's move it back. It's not particularly heavy actually, it's doable. Here we go. Acceleration feels pretty good. It's got a light clutch, and there is an optional quick shifter plus, which makes it a lot quicker. But it has got clutch assist, which is the right benefit when you're going off-road, apparently. Oh, turns pretty good. Yep, okay. That KTM probably the first name in motocross and enduro, and the larger 1290 adventure bikes are brilliant. I've been on the Super Adventure R, the 1290 one. I thought it was stunning. No, I didn't actually. Sorry, I went on the S. It's just more the road focused one, and I thought it was brilliant. It really was, and I would have had over the Africa Twin, except for I was given an amazing deal by Honda for the Africa Twin with 0% and a discount, so it was a no-brainer. And on top of the Adventure, it had DCT, which was actually pretty amazing, and electronic suspension. So yeah, this is going along really well. Cruising along at sort of speed limit right now. At this speed, the wind buffeting is pretty good. The screen isn't adjustable. Well, I couldn't move it earlier, and looking at it now, it doesn't look like it's going to move. But what is adjustable with 6 different settings is the handlebars. So that's quite interesting. So people can get a really good fit on it. And of course, the benefit of this C is that. 1 second. Well, that was pretty impressive. Good turn of speed there, safe accelerating. It's a decent engine, might state. I've seen the red car. Yes. What was I saying? Yeah, because the seat's kind of enduro style, you can move your bum up and down as you see fit to get the ergonomics right. And it's really grippy seat, really grippy, as it should be. And that makes a big difference. And actually, so far I'm feeling pretty comfy. I say it's quite a narrow sort of seat, so you feel reasonably comfortable on the bike. You're just kind of squeezing it together nicely. Okay. Not going to make that one. I'll pull in here. Oh, that's Volkswagen Golf R. I had one of those. It got nicked off the driveway. Police came round. Apparently, 7 black Volkswagen Golf R's got stolen in the last a couple of weeks beforehand. So, we're obviously targeting it. What a great car that was. Okay, roundabout. No, that means twisties. Don't stop, don't stop. Okay. Here we go. I tell you what, this bike does turn quite well. Yep, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm not getting a knee down, but it belies the height of the bike. I think they've got the weighting really well, and it's to do with a really amazing fuel tank. It's kind of not usual, it slides down the side of the bike. It's like in a kind of a U shape. Very clever stuff indeed, actually. Oh, look there on a little mini adventure, and I'm on a slightly bigger adventure bike. Now around here is a good turning left. So let's let down here and see how we get on. Right, here we go. No, no, oh no, this isn't the one. Oh, flipping neck. Yet again, I've come to a darn dead end. Brilliant. Now I've got to try and work out how to turn this. Can I do it in one? I was like right to left, but this is very, very tight. No. Oh, bugger. At least this bike isn't too heavy. So we'll have to do the old 3-point turn. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing, wasn't it? I'll leave it in though. Oh, I've given up on that. So, yeah, this bike apparently has a huge range, so if you get stuck out there in the wilderness, you know you can get back, probably with fuel to spare. Those who are worried about KTM's reliability, well, these bikes, MX and Enduro, are so incredibly well built over decades now. That, right about, they've got a 15k service interval, so that gives you a lot of peace of mind. They're incredibly strong and smooth due to tube balancer shafts. This engine is really torquey, so it feels really great and a lot of fun on the road as well. It's been given super strong and bespoke rods, pistons, crankshaft and cylinders, and they're really tough, so you can feel confident that this bike is going to take some really harsh conditions and some serious adventure riding with no real troubles at all, which is what you want to use it for really. And given that the off-road is where this bike is at, the wheels are 21-inch front and 18-inch at the rear, and they're fitted with Metzeler Karoo 3 adventure tyres, that's it, which do the job probably really well. I won't tell on this ride, but I do know actually they're pretty good for the road. I remember going out on a... What that, mate? I remember going on a bit on a, what was it, R9T Scrambler with big chunky wheels, and they're so chunky, when you go to the side around a bend on the road, it quite almost gives way for another inch or so. It's quite disconcerting. But these seem really sorted, so it's good for use on the road and off-road, which is great. Now, as I found on the new 2020 Super Duke R I took out a bit earlier while I was here today, and the 1290 Adventure, the WP suspension is bloody brilliant. It really is. Really is. It's fantastic, and I mean, obviously I'm not going to use this off-road properly, but we can be rest assured it's going to be excellent off-road. But on-road, it's actually surprisingly good. Its ride is fantastic. It's also kind of smooth and comfortable. It just seems like perfection, really. Interestingly, Triumph now use WP suspension as well. So obviously there's been some sort of tie-up behind the scenes. It's probably no coincidence that Premier Bikes now have Triumph next door. It's also a steering damper. I do like the look of it. Fantastic looking livery. I really like the way they've done the detailing. If you want to hit the frame, the white suspension coils, the spoked wheels, it works very well. The angles in the exhaust there, the angle working through, very impressive. Very nice bike, lots of fun. Not the kind of bike I'd get, but I appreciate I'm reviewing it for other people, and I must admit, very impressed.